Hi everybody, welcome to the Scott Show podcast, the NCAA Top 25 show. We're talking football, we're talking busy weekend in football. So we're going to get right to it. I just want to give a heads up to the teams that are going to be receiving votes in the top 25. We start out with one that got one vote, but I got to give them a shout out because I got a big thing in my bedroom. And it's the Minnesota Golden Gophers, folks. 3-0 Minnesota Golden Gophers. Got to give them a shout out. So there you go. Iowa State also gets a shout out. Close game with Iowa. Michigan State is going to get a shout out too. They had a good game with Arizona State. Also Kansas State, 91 votes, just out of the top 25. But let's get started. Who is in the top 25? We'll go with that. Alright, we got TCU at 2-0. They go up 4 spots to number 25 in the nation. Then we have Arizona State at number 24. They did defeat Michigan State last week, and they got Colorado this week. It'll be a tough game. Also, we have Ole Miss facing off against number 23 team in the nation, California, the Golden Bears, making the list. Checking it twice. And Washington in number 22, they're facing off against BYU. That's going to be an amazing game, folks. So look forward to that game coming up here this weekend. It's going to happen this weekend. All right, we got Virginia at 21, and they're facing off against Old Dominion this weekend. Virginia, the Cavaliers looking strong. Let's see how it works for them going forward. Then we have at number 20, Boise State. The Broncos at 3-0. They do have a game tonight. As I'm speaking, they are going to be facing Air Force at 9 p.m. And I believe it will be at Boise State. So they're playing on the blue field, folks. I love that field, by the way. Number 19, Washington State against UCLA tomorrow. Iowa has a bye. They're number 18 in the nation. They're going to be facing off against Middle Tennessee next week. Texas A&M and Auburn. We got a clash of teams that are looking very good this year. So Texas A&M number 17 in the nation. Auburn way up there. They are number 8 in the nation. So check out that game as it happens tomorrow at 3:30 in I believe it's at Texas A&M. Oregon is going to be facing off against Stanford, and Oregon is number 16 in the nation. Central Florida, University of Central Florida against Pittsburgh, as they got a really good game coming up here as well. Wisconsin, number 13 in the nation, probably the toughest game yet. They got Michigan this weekend, number 11 in the nation, so it's 11 and 13. Now, you may have heard I said Central Florida was 15. Wisconsin is 13. Where's 14? Here's where 14 is. There was a tie with points. So there's 2 at 13. It's Wisconsin and Penn State. I get a kick out of the fact that they're both from the Big Ten Conference. I give them big time shout out to both teams, especially Penn State. Making a comeback. Go Penn State. I always been a Penn State Nittany Lions fan, so back in the day. It's Penn State, number 13 in the nation, also going to be facing off against Maryland in Big Ten action. Texas against Oklahoma State, and I believe we already talked about that game. Oklahoma State ranked. Oh, we did not talk about that game. I do apologize. All right. Well, anyway, Texas and Oklahoma State, they're going to be playing. Texas number 12 in the nation. Michigan number 11, as I said. Utah against USC. Utah number 10 in the nation, the highest ranked right now in the West. Florida at number 9. They are facing off against Tennessee. Now, normally, folks, it's the third Saturday in September. Third Saturday in September means that it's Tennessee and Florida. However, Tennessee is really bad this year. Really bad. So I'm going to say Florida in a walk. I would love to see the Volunteers show up. But I'm going to give that to Florida in an absolute just walk. walk right in, sit down, take all the points you can. It's going to be a bad game for Tennessee. I have that feeling. Auburn, number 8 in the nation, as I said. Notre Dame, number 7 in the nation. They're facing off against the number 3 Georgia Bulldogs. And that's going to be a hell of a game. That is tomorrow, 8 p.m. It's probably on NBC. So check out that game in your local listings. Ohio State at number 6. They're going to be facing off against the Miami of Ohio. Tough game for them. They might only win by 70. Oklahoma facing off against Texas Tech. We got a lot of Oklahoma-Texas kind of things going on this weekend. But number 5 Oklahoma against Texas Tech next weekend. As they got to bye this weekend. And they get to rest up for that big game. LSU against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt has not had a great football team lately. But we're going to give them a shout out anyway. Vanderbilt, you are awesome. Good luck against LSU. You'll need it. So there you go. Georgia at number 3. Got Notre Dame this weekend, as we talked about. Alabama got Southern Mississippi going on today. They got 5 points in the first place votes. But number 1, with 57 first place votes, the Clemson Tigers. They're going to be facing off this weekend against Charlotte. So that'll be an interesting game. Kind of see where Clemson's at for the season. I'm not always a fan of these games where you have teams that are not quite all there against number 1 teams in the nation. What you gonna do? Clemson is number 1, and that is the NCAA Top 25 games of the week. Of course, Georgia and Notre Dame, and I'm also going to give that up to Wisconsin and Michigan. Those 2 games will make the season more interesting. Also, I'm going to give a little bit of a shout out and game of the week to Florida and Tennessee, only because it's the 3rd Saturday in September. It's kind of a big deal, folks. So, there you go. So that is the NCAA Top 25. We will check out all the cool stuff next weekend on the show. We'll be talking about really awesome games going on in that week as well. And we'll kind of highlight the different changes in the outlook in the NCAA Top 25. Now, as we get further down this season, I do want to say that I am going to again make my top 8 in college football. The top 8 will be what I think the playoffs should be. It'll be top 8, top 16. I did that before. We'll do it again, and we'll even break down who would be the champions and what kind of upsets you would have, since it's the NCAA and it would be Winter Madness or whatever you want to call it. So we'll check out you guys very soon here on thescottshow.com, patreon.com/scottshow. We are also live at tinyurl.com/thescottshow and scottshow2. If you guys see it, my name on Twitter is actually Scott Show, or Scott Yazel if you guys got both of those. But one of them is Scott Show. That's Scott Show2 on Twitter. Check it out, like, share, subscribe, send it out. Do all that you can to make it happen for us, and we will appreciate it. Folks, you have a great day. We'll catch you here real soon on thescottshow.com.